Howdy Shugs, welcome back to part 2 of my Adventure Awaits review. Well, more like an in-depth review because I'm going into details with each little aspect of it. So today I'm going to look at the build and buy items. So I'm going to go straight to Gibby Point, which I'm already here. I'm going to go straight over here to this big empty lot, and we're going to place every item that is in the build and buy mode down to see exactly what it looks like and even how it functions. But before I do that, I do want to set up my cam. So for those who don't know, you can hit tab, choose where you want your camera to go, Control 5, and it'll place it there. Control 6. So you can use Control 5 through 9. So that way, at any given point, I can just click 5, 6, 7, 8, and it'll take me straight up. So I want to click on the building so I can see what all is in like the walls and whatnot. So I'm gonna just place a few walls here. I feel like some stuff, I feel like this will be best. So let me actually do it over here. Just to get a little room. And then let's knock out this. Because there are some items that will go inside, like on the walls and stuff. So I want to place them accordingly. All right, so I put an open room and a wall here. So for anything that goes on the wall, or like the windows and the doors, we can see them and how they actually look when they're placed. Let's see what new floor patterns we got with the pack. So I'm gonna go to my packs and we're only going to put on Adventure Awaits. Okay, so this is the first category. This is and of course they do have some color swatches. Not really too pressed to put all of them down, but next, let's go to show all. So these are the only two things that you get with the floor. This is nice. I like the stone. So then let me go to our wall pattern and see what we have in there. All right, so you get some wall patterns. So let's just throw them right in the back. Can I change the sign real quick? Happy wife, happy life. So I'm actually going to do the wall patterns over here so we can see them a little better. And of course, you get some different swatches. Have this one. A few different swatches there. Yeah, all of these so far have like multiple swatches from light to darks. And of course, since it is more like a camp theme, everything's gonna look a little more outdoorsy, a little more campy. But I really feel like you can just put this in your home, in whatever style home you have, and still make it work. All right, so that's that up in there. You get some columns. I mean, somebody's gonna care about this. I use columns a lot when I build. I really use them to elevate the rest of my builds, and I love the way they look. All right. No, okay, we do get of course, you get the pool items because of the pool. So let me actually place a pool to show you. Pool. No fountain trims. No different terrain tools. So we do have diving boards. And you got a few different options. You got some low ones. Got a few tall ones. So then we have these different styles of diving boards. And then you also have the water slide. I mean, I know we've been waiting for it. We should have been had it. Yeah. And then you also get all of the little cool little animals that you can place in the water that will come alive, or you can place them wherever you want. And they will come alive once you go into live mode. Now that's something I did not know. I was just like, why do they got these things in here? What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? And then we have fences. So let me just draw one. So there we have your fences. Along with your fences, you have your gates. And you do have a few light to dark swatches that come with that as well. And the staircases for me, they don't really look much different than the staircase that we already have. Like, don't get me wrong, they're cool. But like, you know, it's a stair. It's a staircase. Now, if they threw a spiral staircase in here, yeah, that might gag the girls. But, yeah, that's just what it is. And you don't have a ladder. All right, let's see what doors we get. Okay, so we do get a few doors. So I'm just going to take these doors and place them right here. Now let's take a look-see at the windows. Let's go to all. So there's no tall windows, no medium windows. All the windows are short. At least they look like they're varying in height, though. For them to all be short windows, they do have different styles of short windows. It's not just one type of short window. That's it. Come on, roof. I said other than ceiling. I'm placing the roof. So this is just a standard roof, just so I can put down the actual color from the pack. Because we do have roof patterns, just not different styles of roofs. Well, that one's like really bright. Okay. And what about a chimney? I feel like there should definitely be a chimney. Yep, we have different roof sculptures. The Camp Gibby flag. Ooh, a little lookout. That's what I'll use it for. Chimney and chimney. So that might be all for like the build, like the house, like you're actually building the house and not the decor items. So let's see. Oh yeah, then we do have this little thing that goes over the windows there, like that. Yeah. Is that really it? Just want to quadruple check. I want to make sure. And then we also have a roof trim. And this is what it looks like. And you do get a few different colors in there as well, from light to dark. So now let's actually look at the buy items. You know, the shit we use to design our house. So let's go ahead and just pick a big spot to place everything. I'm actually going to start right here. And I kind of expected the beds to look like that since it is camp. And they pretty much have the same swatches between each of the types. So now I'm gonna turn bb.move objects off as with the because I'm gonna put down the playground modules, and with the modules you want to make sure that they actually force a habit. You want to make sure that they actually like mesh together, like automatically click together. They automatically just sync to the other one, because this is going to be a playground where your kids and your adults can play on. So you want to make sure it actually works properly and that nobody's getting stuck. And then there's certain pieces that connect. Like if you want us to have railing, you can stick that there. You want this to put up here, you can put the little see-through thing, the little glass thing from when we were kids, and we used to crawl inside and look down on everyone. Peasants. And there's some that already have the items attached to them. So you don't have to build your own. You can simply pick one of these that are already attached. Overall, there are like quite a few items in the build and buy mode. But you still can't make a house with the pack. I do feel like each expansion pack, you should be able to build a fully working house. Like, a house with all of the parts, the bathroom, the kitchen, all of it, the living room, a whole house. Like nothing like huge. You ain't got to make like, oh, I can make like the dream house, but you need to at least be able to make a standard house, like you know, just a standard one. Like even if it's a 1 bedroom apartment, like a 1 bedroom house, you should be able to make these with the packs. Any type of expansion pack, since they're like $40, you should definitely be able to build a whole house. Like they don't have to give a bunch of different items, even though they should. But it should be enough to at least build a house. I think that should be the standard. I mean, we'll probably never get that, but that should have been the standard, is to get the house. You should be able to build a house with each of these expansion packs. It only makes sense to me. Stuff packs, I get it. It's just stuff. I'm not expecting that to have like more than just random stuff in there, but an expansion pack, it's expanding the game, bringing a whole new world. I would assume that you could build a house in each of these expansion packs from the expansion pack only.
Because it's given that it's common knowledge that's not so common. I mean, like, it makes sense to us as the consumers. It makes sense to be able to do that. But what do we know? What do we know? But thank y'all so much for watching the video. This has been part two of my Adventure Awaits in-depth review. Part three will be coming soon. That is going to focus primarily on the kids aspect and camping. And if you enjoyed this, you might want to go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Alrighty, dag dag until next time.